Sounds good.
Hi, welcome to the Texas Music Spotlight. My name is Julian. Today we have a very special guest from San Benito, Texas, Madelyn Victoria, with her first, I don't know what your first single, but your latest single, He Only Loves Me on the Dance Floor. Madelyn, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
I love the Valley. I've played there plenty of times. I actually lived there for a few years in Edinburgh. What have you been up to?
Oh, it's a lot, here in the Valley. That's really cool that you've been here before and that you lived here. Yeah, we have tons of shows all the time here in the Valley. We have been playing around San Antonio now a lot lately.
I saw that.
Just getting out and spreading out more, and of course, always coming back home and playing here. This weekend we're playing in Brownsville, we're playing in South Padre, and we just got back from Nashville, which was
nice.
really, really awesome. So
tell me about that. What were you doing in Nashville?
Yeah, well, I've been going to Nashville for just a couple years, maybe 3 years now, just back and forth and seeing what I could do, what connections I can make. And this time we went during CMA Fest, and
nice.
just since there's a lot more people there, there's more exposure. So every day I had something to do. I was doing podcasts out there. I was doing interviews. I was doing some performances right there on Broadway, where all the big stages were. And it was really cool. We played at the George Jones Museum, and on the rooftop, you can see the big stage like out into the river. And I was like, man, I'll be there next year. I'm right here looking at that.
So you're out there just making contacts and meeting as many people as you can, huh?
Yes, it was awesome.
That's always fun. Did you get to see any places over there while you were there, besides the ones you played at?
Yeah, I always tourist. Yeah, I usually, try to do that. Actually, no, wait. Did we not? I was just so busy with doing my thing out there. We were mainly on Broadway, and either way, I like to hang out there at my two favorite bars down there are called Layla's Bluegrass Inn and also Robert's Western World. And go figure. I love the real traditional country stuff, and that's where we were at, and that was it's always a great time.
Yeah, I mean, my wife and I are going to take a trip September up to Memphis and Nashville, and that's one of the places I want to take her is to go. There's just so much good music out there. The local scene itself is just amazing.
Oh yes, it's so great. There's two different worlds. You got Broadway, and then you've got the songwriting scene, and I like to be a part of those both.
Yeah. So tell me about living in San Benito. What's the scene like? 'Cause I know it's not particularly known for country.
That's right. See, the only other person known for country here in San Benito was Freddie Fender, and came out of here. So, knowing, growing up that he made it to Nashville, I thought, oh, I can make it too. And so,
exactly.
But yeah, a lot of people appreciate what I do here. I have a lot of support. They do, of course, a lot of people like the Tejano music here, but they do like their country, and it's starting to spread and starting to get more and more out there. And
it's a good mix Valley. Because even when I was doing Tejano, it was always the Tejano fans liked country music.
Yeah,
it was always a cross between that, and I saw that with my career doing that stuff. Is there was always that connection between country and Tejano. So it's a good place. But as far as the local scene itself, the local scene with the Valley, is there I see you playing a few places. Is there a big scene for it? I mean,
it's growing. It's not as big as, at all close to like Austin or San Antonio, right. But it's growing, and I can see it growing, and more people are enjoying the live music kind of feel. It's really different. A lot of people here don't really they were not really exposed to it. So,
right.
That's what my goal is, to just trying to spread that out and make it a lot bigger here. And that's why I kind of want to, instead of moving to Nashville or instead of moving to Austin, I want my base to be here and and then travel and go out there and do what I need to do, and then come back home, and maybe that'll start something. And here at a local bar in Harlingen, the owner and I we're trying a lot of live music stuff. I help book there. We just had a Texas country artist for the first time there perform an acoustic set. The Bart Crow Band, he sings "Wear My Ring." I don't know if you know who that.
No, but we'll definitely look him up.
Yeah. It's a really big hit. So anyway, he played there and packed the house, and so it's getting there. And
I'm glad to see that you're helping the local scene. That you want to keep your base there, and you want to help the local scene grow, because that's kind of what we're trying to do too, with not just San Antonio, but just expose people to the music of Texas. And my son too, who you've been talking to online. To do all this, corresponding with to set this all up. Jules the Human, he's also involved with trying to grow the community here in San Antonio, because as big a city as we are, the local scene is still has room to grow. And I
Yes.
think it's important, especially for you as a up and coming artist, that you still want to keep that base in your hometown and grow that as well.
Yes, definitely on the same page.
Now, do you have a set band, or you just kind of what I like to call pick and pull?
Yeah, I pretty much actually it's half and half. I have two players that are my band, and then the others, like you said, pick and pull. Have a lot of people sit in. But it's pretty cool though. Here in the valley, there is actually a big musician community. Whether they play country or whether they play whatever, and then ended up they can play it all. Or so I have my brother as my guitarist, my acoustic
Oh, there you go.
guitarist,
What's his name?
and his name's Albert, and
Albert.
you'll be hearing him playing a
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah, he's a little shy, but
Oh, wait a minute. A guitar player shy? No, can't be.
yeah,
Who else?
exactly.
Who else is in the band?
Uh-huh. My We've got a guy out of McAllen. His name's Gil, and he's my drummer first and foremost, and then he plays bass whenever we can't, get someone or the other. Like he switches back and forth.
Right.
And so Gil Ballesteros and my brother Albert, and they're a part of this with me. And then we've got of course my lead guitarist. I have a lot. I have Eric Soto. I have Denver
Yeah.
Garcia. I have just so many people here in the valley.
Give them all props and shout
Yeah,
outs. I don't care.
they do
They
so much
help
for
you.
me. Yeah, they really
Yeah.
do, and I appreciate what they do, and whenever they can, and traveling up to San Antonio too, and hopefully getting around Austin a lot more too this year.
Cool, Madeline. Well, what's the first song you're gonna do for us?
We're gonna do actually a little, preview, a sneak peek. I guess we'll do the whole thing, but
Oh,
it's gonna be my next single that I'm gonna be
nice.
releasing, and that's actually gonna be for the first time all over Texas and the regions all over this, I guess Oklahoma and all that for the Texas Regional Radio Report. We're gonna
Nice.
be releasing it all to that, and then releasing it also to this last time I had my single "He Only Loves Me on the Dance Floor" to New Music Weekly as well. So it's more exposure for the song now, and I just hope everybody likes it. And
Awesome.
it's called "Right Here with You." So
Right here with you, a TMS Texas Music Spotlight exclusive from Madeline Victoria. Go ahead, Madeline.
all right. Some people leave home, some never do. Some always feel alone. I think the ocean is blue, but I'm alright, right here with you. Some people dream big, some want to. Some only light a cig, and others light a fuse. But I'm alright, right here with you. I'm right here with you, right next to me. Can't you see it's only two memories and little money? I'm more than alright, right here with you. We can all lose touch with the people we love, but you gotta have faith, it won't happen to us. We are more than what the world makes us. I'm right here with you, right next to me. Can't you see it's only two memories and little money? I'm more than alright, right here with you. So please believe me when I say I love you, and I'll believe in your words to be true. I'm right here with you, right next to me. Can't you see it's only two memories and little money? I'm more than alright. I'm more than alright. I'm more than alright, right here. I'm leaving this home on the road with you. This life that we chose is better than I knew. I'm alright right here with you.
Very nice, very nice.
Thank
I was
you.
sending a message out to the Facebook people. I was like, wait, let me get back to it. Awesome, that was awesome. When's
Hey,
that song coming out?
that one's going to be coming out where, if it's not going to be during the summer, it's going to be right at the end of summertime. So we
Cool.
want to release that. I'm hoping it's a little sooner, but got a lot of things together for
Yeah.
that. We want to get the music video ready as well, and so
Is your
yeah,
plan
it'll
to
be.
put a full CD out or an EP?
I had an EP out. We just recorded this single right now, and my next step is a full album. So
Cool.
I do have another song that we're trying to decide from which single it would be, and so we have that already recorded. We're not going to use that yet until the album is the rest of the songs are done. So I recorded this actually in Austin, and this is with the Compound Studio with Ken Tandre.
Okay.
He has a really great studio out there, and so yeah, he a really great producing producer mind, and also sound engineer Ben, and it was just really good stuff going on. And we're waiting for a couple of other studio musicians to come in, steel guitar, fiddle, and then it'll be done. So
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Your voice has a nice deep tone to it. Who did you listen to
I
growing up?
actually,
Who were your influences?
yeah. For my voice, I had a lot of influences for different parts of, like, for example, the music part, my singing part, and maybe, like, performing wise.
Hmm.
But as far as my voice goes, I like to listen to a lot of the female power singers, like Christina Aguilera, Alicia Keys, Leanne
Okay.
Rimes, Martina McBride, all those real big, powerful voices,
And you're
female
trying to
voices.
bring that into the country music scene?
Yeah, exactly. I like a little soul, a little feeling, a little blues maybe, but that's, definitely something I try to do with my voice, and paint a picture with my voice. And then of course, music, that's, the music part is definitely the traditional country that influenced me, and, combining that together, I think it's a good combo.
Cool. Yeah, I dig it. I saw the video. I really enjoyed it. You have to tell me about um you opened up for the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
How
Yes.
old were how old were you then, and what was the what happened there?
Yeah, I was 16. So when I was 15, my parents took me to a talent search that was going on here on South Padre.
Uh-huh.
And they were a group called, it's a nationwide, maybe even a worldwide group called Barbizon School of Modeling and Acting. And
Right.
so I went out there just to get, just to see what they had to offer, and, what I could be a part of. So I made it through there. I got, they liked me for the acting part. They saw that I sang, so they helped me on the performing side of it. I went to Dallas to get more training with them, and then I did a competition with them in New York. And from there,
Wow.
I did, yeah, it was really really cool. I was, the only country girl there singing country music in this, big old city, and competing against jazz singers and opera
Right,
singers.
right.
It was pretty cool, and I won the competition. And it was held at the Waldorf Astoria, so that's a really famous hotel out
Yeah,
there. And
yeah.
I won that competition. I won in the soap opera division, third runner up, and I got all these callbacks, just not a lot, but, just a few that wanted me to, be with their agency. But I just didn't want that lifestyle. I didn't want to move to New York at 16.
Right, right.
I'm, small town girl. I want to see what I could do with country music. So coming back, I was cast for Radio Disney Superstars in Dallas. So I thought, okay, this is kind of, we all together as a family, we thought this is close to home, and, we
Yeah.
could do this. And so I stayed up there by myself, actually, for the summer. I was going to turn 17, but I was 16 still. And the big concert that we were getting ready for was the Jonas Brothers that summer. So yeah, I did that. It was really,
Did
really cool.
did you get to meet him?
We got to say hi to them. We didn't get to meet it. Like, they were rushing in, and they kind of waved and then rushed out again. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't blame them, I guess, because they're real high profile, and they had to get to their next
You
show, I
should have
guess, real
stopped him and
quick.
said, "Don't you know who I am? Say hi to me."
Exactly, right. I should have done that. But, right then and there, I knew, like, it was the first time that I had ever done a big concert like setting performance. It was thousands of girls, screaming fans, and it was really cool. I got to sing some Selena songs out there. I love Selena. So
Nice.
I got to sing some Selena songs, cover songs there, while opening up for the Jonas Brothers. So that was pretty cool. And then
That has got to be some pressure for a 16, 17-year-old
yeah, I mean,
to
I
kind of be
guess
thrown into all that.
yeah, it was just maybe it was pressure, but I guess I kind of used that to the positive side of it. I don't know. I just always turn it into something positive. Even my parents weren't even there for that performance, and it was my first time performing for something like really big. And we're real family oriented, but it was fine. I guess I did okay, and but
Well, I've been asked that too because people used to ask me, "Do you get nervous when you go on stage?" I said, "I don't really get nervous. I kind of I like that pressure. I like
yeah,
being able to go in front of thousands of people and be like, okay, I'm going to do this. You know what I mean? So it's
yes,
you either love it or you hate it, and that's just
exactly.
that's good. But I have to ask you also about this. You performed in Las Vegas for the Shania Twain Sing Off contest.
Yes.
You were the winner, right? And
Yes,
I
that
have to
was.
say this because my wife's, I think, in the room, in the Facebook Live room, and she hates this, but I'm a big fan of Shania Twain. Did you meet her?
I I didn't get to meet her. They're
Oh, okay. Well,
so high profile, I guess. I don't know.
well, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. It was really fun. I got to perform out there in Las Vegas with a band on the Strip, and got to see her perform. And
How old
also,
were you when you did that?
this was, man, was I 22
Okay,
maybe?
so you got to enjoy Vegas and to make sure
Yeah,
that
I did.
you were
I
of
did.
age.
I was of age. Yes, that was really fun. It was really fun.
Yeah, my son said he just wants a connection to Shania. So yeah, yes, I'm looking for a connection to Shania from anywhere I can find it.
Yeah, you're like, oh, there's my chance.
um, so what do you? So one of the things I like to ask is what's been well, I mean, obviously I was going to ask you what a highlight of your career has been, but you just said a bunch of cool things that have that you've got to do.
Yeah.
Amazing. So forget that. What's been the most embarrassing thing that happened to you? Embarrassing thing that's happened to you on stage?
Um, I don't know.
Let me tell you,
Oh,
'cause
oh,
I've
well,
I've fallen on stage and I've fallen off of a stage, and
okay,
that's pretty
okay.
embarrassing.
That
Okay.
is, that is. I haven't done that. I hope that doesn't happen to me. I
No,
mean,
you're
either way, I don't know. I don't really feel like if something happens again, I don't know. I just don't let it get to me, or I'm in the zone, and it's like, woo, because this last time in the rodeo, I'm looking at my brother like, remember that? We're there, there's a Los Fresnos, Texas, just down the road here, going to South Padre. You got to pass through
uh-huh.
Los Fresnos. I love that town. I was actually
Mhm.
the rodeo queen there for the city of Los Fresnos for the rodeo. So I was the first one too in 2009. So ever since then, I'd always come back, honorary guest, whatever,
Yeah.
and then they started having me perform as an opening act for these big acts, and so I opened up for Kevin Fowler out there before, and then this past time I opened up for Aaron Watson, and it was just us two in the show, and he's a really great guy. He's always, giving thanks to me when he's on stage, thanking me for opening up for him, and I think that's a really, really great thing. And but during our set, we had already during the sound check there was a problem with the generators. So I kind of was like, you know what? If it happens, it happens, whatever. So I was kind of already prepared for something, and it was kind of crazy at first. The rodeo was done, and they're like, come on, hurry, hurry, start, start, start.
Right.
So when they tell me to start, I'm going to start. And so we start playing, and the sound is not even going out. Like they can't even hear me in the crowd, and the lights are not even on. So we're playing and to nothing. And then finally they crank it up and everything's going, and we're like, okay, whatever, this is great. And then right before the end of my first song, like not even right before I end it, like before the solo, the it just all shuts off.
Oh
Like
no.
everything just shuts off. And so it was really weird. But right away I'm not really embarrassed. I just think of what I can do. So I grab my CDs that I have, or I tell somebody downstage, I'm like, get me my CDs, get me my CDs. So I was handing them out to people, making them happy just in case,
Right, right.
because the show's not going on. So I was actually throwing out CDs, which was probably a bad idea because someone
Hitting
got
people
hurt.
in
So
the
that's
head.
embarrassing. That's embarrassing. A guy dove for a CD and hurt his ankle. And
Oh
so,
no.
yeah, I didn't hit anybody in the face. So they can't get me with that. No, just kidding. So that was kind of a weird situation, which I guess you could say was just,
Yeah, the power with those power generators are we used to play Mexico a lot, and that was notorious for
oh,
happening down there. Just the power
yes,
is just anyway.
bad.
So I want to get to a part of the podcast that I rather enjoy, and before I do, We still got people watching on Facebook Live. All right. Well, before we do, it's called the Texas Two Step. And the
Okay.
Texas Two Step is two random questions that have nothing to do with music, and they're written by my son Jules the Human. And I have no idea what this. He writes them on little cards. Yeah, but these little cards and everything.
One
So
and two.
yes,
Okay.
me too. So I don't know what they're gonna say. And he has me. He wants me to answer them, but I think it's just more fun if you guys answer it. All right. Question number one: what would you consider a must-see movie? Which movie?
I was just talking about this yesterday. My favorite that everyone must see is The Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh,
I don't know if you've seen that one
I
or
don't.
not. It's a must see.
Who's in it? Who's in it?
Jim Caviezel and let's see who's the other actor. He's the main one. Jim Caviezel is the same actor that played Jesus Christ in The Passion of the
Yeah.
Christ.
No, I don't think I've seen it.
Oh my goodness. It's a movie about just adventure and vengeance and
Is it on Netflix?
I do not think so because it is that high profile. I'm using that word a lot. But yeah, it's like the top 100 movies that you need to see on like, whatever, IMDb or something like that. It's really, really, really great. My mom first loved that movie and then, I started to love it. And I don't know, it's just I love adventure movies and I love to feel like I'm in the movie. I wish I was a part in the movie. And yeah, everybody must see that one.
My son said, "Is it a book too?"
Yes, I think
I think so.
so.
He's a
I
book
think
reader, so he's
okay. Well, I'm pretty sure it is, and he should. If he rather read the book, I'm sure it's better. They always say the books are better. So
yeah. I'm not a reader. I like to watch.
okay,
That's why I
see,
see about
well,
Netflix. Question number two. Actually, it's a question for somebody on Twitter from easy_raw on Twitter. What was the most embarrassing moment of your high school career?
easy_raw. Okay, I'm trying to think. Do I know that person?
It's a Twitter
No, but
question.
most embarrassing thing in my high school
Yeah.
career,
Anything
like
happened to you
anything.
embarrassing? Like you fall down the steps again, falling down.
What was embarrassing? What was embarrassing? Oh my gosh, I'm just too cool. No, just kidding. No, 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 no. I was not cool at all. Um, oh, well, again, I don't even think it's that embarrassing, but I just remember there's these boys picking on us sophomore year. Me and my friends were eating in the cafeteria, and these guys, like, I don't know, I don't get embarrassed. See, I could have been embarrassed, but I always change it around. And
Right.
they were throwing like food at us and like milk, and I don't know even. And I was just like, this is enough. So I got up and I started to chase the guy, like to scare him in the whole cafeteria. I got in a little bit of trouble, but I'm the one. But I started to just like, are you doing this to me? I'm gonna get you. And like, I just started like chasing him. He was freaking out. Like, why is this girl chasing me? And it was weird. It
You
was just
probably
weird.
turn
That's
around.
probably
She's
the moment.
picking on me. She's picking on me.
Yeah, like she's now. It's like that's what you get. So that was kind of weird and funny.
Well,
Everyone was laughing. They liked
that
it,
was
whatever.
probably his most embarrassing moment,
Yeah, exactly. So he knows who he is.
right? We won't mention names here.
No.
Uh, Madeline, you want to do another song?
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Let's see. My brother's getting the guitar. I guess we could do the single.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, we could do the single that we had out. People can look this up on all over the internet. And
Cool.
I appreciate all the support from my representation, MTS Management, and Michael Stover. We did a lot of hard work with getting this to the stations that we could get it out to. It got to
Yeah.
#1, so
Nice.
it was really cool. People can see the music video, and now I have a lot of nominations for this song coming in September for an award show called the Josie Awards, and that's in Nashville. And it's
Okay.
going to be this really big, beautiful symphony orchestra place, and I'm super excited. I hope I win an award with that.
Let us know when all that's happening. We'll put it
Yeah.
on all of our social media stuff. Jules the Human is really good about bumping all that stuff out in your video.
Awesome.
And so here's
Okay.
the latest single, He Only Loves Me on the Dance Floor.
It's Friday night, looking for a good time. It's been a long week and he's on my mind. I won't give in. No, should do the trick. He only lets me on the dance floor. He must be crazy, holding on to me so tight. Underneath the neon lights, I shouldn't let him. I must be crazy, but here we go, around and around. Our silence underneath the sound. Oh, I need to leave. Look at him staring at me. I'm walking on Temptation Street. I know his thoughts. They're saying, come back to me, and I can't help but get lost. He only lets me on the dance floor. He must be crazy, holding on to me so tight. Underneath the neon lights, I shouldn't let him. I must be crazy, but here we go, around and around. He only lets me on the dance floor.
Very cool, Madelyn. Madelyn Victoria with "He Loves Me Only Loves Me on the Dance Floor." I gotta say it right? Now, what was that? Was that inspired by an actual event, or?
Well, I mean, sort of. I mean, I guess. Okay, so I was just inspired basically by going out dancing and seeing the people dancing on the dance floor, and the idea was from that, and the inspiration going to two-stepping here in Texas. But then as I'm writing it, I'm just being creative, and I was with somebody at the time, and we loved to go dancing, and I guess I was just kind of like a prediction, or what do you call it, foreshadowing of our ending.
Did you Taylor Swift him? Did you tell her? You wrote about it?
Taylor Swift me. No. Just kidding. No, I did. I mean, it foreshadowed because it ended up, he really did only love me on the dance floor. So, it's kind of true. But no.
Well, thanks to him, you have a song, right?
Yes.
As far as the songwriting goes, do you do all the songwriting yourself, or do you collaborate with your musician friends or your brother?
Yeah, well, see, it's like half and half, I guess, or even maybe, I don't know. It just depends sometimes. I'm thinking like the last EP I wrote, those are the songs I all wrote. And then we've got some new ones coming up that this next single I wrote by myself too. But I have some songs that I'm waiting to release and waiting to do that I've written with my brother. My brother's a really great songwriter as well, and really, really creative mind. It helps me when I'm stuck with something and structure-wise and everything.
Do you play anything?
I play guitar, yeah,
okay.
But it's I'm not I don't know. I'm more of I don't know. I'm just everywhere performing, and just I'm concentrating on my dancing and getting into the craft.
I'm asking because of the songwriting process. I mean, do you actually sit down and write, or do you have to have like your brother there? Or, what do you think the chord progression should be here, or something?
Yeah, it just no. I like, for example, the next single, I was in the middle of the night, laying down like 3 o'clock in the morning, and it just kind of came to me, and I picked up my guitar and I wrote it like from 5 to 10 minutes, like everything from the. It just happened.
Right,
I don't know.
All came out. It's like a stream of thought just came out.
Yes, it's just coming out, and I personally thank God for stuff like that. I give thanks to God. And then my brother, other times I'm like, man, I really need his style. Like I want his influence on it. So I either will sit down and write something from scratch, or I have an idea already. Like I have just the melody of the verse or just the melody of the chorus, and I say, okay, what else do I do? Do I need to change it? Sometimes we fight about it because we're brother and sister.
Of course.
Yeah, but it's all part of the process and being a family, in music. So it's I'm really blessed to have that.
Well, I used to have a guitar player friend of mine that when we wrote and arranged music, and I was always a feel player. In other words,
Hmm.
I played what just felt right to me, and he was
Yeah.
a technical player who knew all the where the chords should go, all the theory, the music theory behind it. So
Hmm.
we'd always
Hmm.
butt heads because he'd be like, "Well, you can't do that," and I said, "Well, that's what I want to do because that's what I feel
Yeah.
is going." So we'd always butt
Yeah.
heads, but we always met in the middle somewhere.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
was
It's
always a
kind
good
of like me and my
experience.
brother. Kind of like me and my brother. He's a little bit more technical than me. But either way, he's just a little bit of music theory, not too much. But yeah, he's we're kind of
Do
like
you have
that.
a background in music? I mean, as far as did you study or just
I just I did choir, and I learned harmonies and notes and pitches and whatever, and through that, and I can recognize keys of songs because I can't name the key, but I can say,
right?
oh, that's the same key as that, and just different things that I can hear because of choir. I did a little bit of music theory in college. I didn't finish college, but when I was there, I did some music theory, just a little bit. I did some little bit of fiddle violin lessons, so it's
Oh,
just it's all just right there, and but my main passion is first and foremost songwriting and performing and singing, and then I'm getting better at like the musicality side of it, and so yeah.
well, good for you. Good for you. Now I know you've already mentioned a bunch of cool things you got coming up. What else? What are you most looking forward to this year coming up for you?
Yeah, it's actually what I've been talking about. I'm really, really looking forward to the single being released, music video being released after that, soon after that, and then the award show in Nashville in September. Um,
I'm
and
excited for you on that one.
yeah, I'm really, really excited too. So, I believe that my song's going to go number one, and that's with, everybody. Number one again, because it went to number one on New Music Weekly, and now it's going to, hopefully, that's my dream. I've been praying about it to where I'm number one in all of Texas. So, that's what I want to do in this region. I want to get real
Yeah.
tight in this region, because there's not a lot, I don't know. There's Bray Bagwell, there's the Rankin twins, there are, Real and Angel, I can name those, and I know that they play up north and stuff a lot, but it's really compared to the boys' side, it's really small list. So I
Right.
really want to top that chart on both charts, both male and female. But I have faith, and I know that I can do this. It's been a long road. I've been singing since I was 5, a band since high school. Since I did grow up in like as grew up in not so much a music community, and the it's a little bit. It's just I don't know. I'm getting out there. I'm getting out to the music scene a little bit more. So more opportunity will come, I hope.
Well, I'm
And
not going to ask you how old you are, but because I don't know how long you've been singing
I
based
don't
on.
mind. I don't mind. I mean, I don't know. I'm 25,
Okay,
so I
so you've
mean,
been singing.
20 years of
There
singing.
you go. There you go. There you go.
20 years of singing. So I'm ready. I'm ready.
Good for you. Where can they find you on the interwebs?
They can find me on, of course, Twitter. I'm always retweeting and liking everybody's tweets all the time. I'm always on there.
Just at Madeline Victoria.
Yep, at Madelyn Victoria, and Facebook, of course, that's Madelyn Victoria as well. They can search on there, and I'll pop up. I've met my friend requests, or my personal page. I can't approve anymore. Sometimes I could when one person like accidentally gets deleted or something. I can approve because it's like the 5,000 friend
Right, right.
limit.
There's a limit. Facebook is a limit.
But you can get me on my page, everybody, and that would be super, super great for all the support. Being an independent artist, we really, really depend on everybody out there as far as people like yourself that give me the opportunity, and then people out there that are listening. I really appreciate all the support, and it's only going to get bigger. So
Good
y'all are
for
on the ride with
you. I know
me.
you've got shows coming up to Doghouse in Brownsville, Louis in South Padre, Little Woodrow's here in San Antonio, San Benito, Rio Honda, Westlaco, San Antonio, Harlingen. You're a busy person. St. Hedwig. I'm looking at all
Yes,
your dates. Good for you.
yeah, I
Good
love
for
it.
you.
I love playing.
And you can find her website, MadelynVictoriaMusic.com. You can see all her show dates. You can watch the video. You can buy her music on iTunes, request it on radio, everywhere, everywhere. Look her up, check her out, see her live, download her music. Madelyn Victoria, thank you so much for doing this.
Yay! Thank you for having me. I had a lot of fun.
And to your brother, too. I don't want to, miss him. Bye to your
Yeah,
brother.
yeah. He's I don't know where he went,
Oh,
but
here he
I'll
took off. He's like, oh,
tell
I'm done. See ya.
yeah, he had a phone call.
There you go. It's like, oh, you got this. All right. For my partner, Jules the Human, my name is Julian. This has been the Texas Music Spotlight. Thank you.